Hey guys, Tyler here with Revvin Reviews. So I'm really getting more excited and more excited about these videos because I'm finding more and more interesting topics that I would have never found out about before. So I'm really getting excited about these videos, and I like to sit on my phone and read different articles from Motor Trend or Car and Driver or Auto Week and things like that. And I was reading this article today and I got super stoked. Some of these articles, like the Honda Civic Type R, which if you guys haven't watched that video, I would highly recommend it because that's going to be a great car. Go ahead and click the information card up here. But some of these videos, like the Honda Civic Type R, I really shouldn't be getting excited about, I guess. But I'm getting extremely stoked about them, and I don't know why. These cars are gonna be changing the market and stuff, but in all reality, three or 4 months ago, I wouldn't have been getting excited about these cars, and honestly, it's kind of weird. But anyways, so today we're gonna be talking about a new car, or a newer car. It's not new to you guys necessarily. It's been around for quite some time. It's actually been around since the 60s, but we're going to be talking about the Ford GT. So the Ford GT originally came out back in the 60s. It released again in the early 2000s, and then it released again this year, or it's getting released this year. And it's a great car. Obviously, they compete in the 24-hour Le Mans with it, and it's a quote unquote LMP1 car, if you will. It's interesting where it ranks, but it's a really good car. They competed back in the 60s in the Le Mans. They competed in the early 2000s in Le Mans, and they just competed about a month ago in the 24-hour Le Mans. It performed very great. It actually made a podium finish, and it was just a really great car. But obviously, as many of you guys know, they released these production versions rather, and these production versions are supposed to be around 3,300 pounds and have twin turbo V6, the EcoBoost V6, and it's just supposed to be a great performing car. Well, Ford's kind of doing the same thing that McLaren did when they released the P1. The P1 was a great car from right off the line, but McLaren's like, hey, we want to make it a little bit better and a little bit more focused for the track. So what they did was they went through and they made the McLaren P1 GTR. Many of you guys might have seen that before. I've never seen one in person. I want to, but it's an insane looking car. I've seen a P1 in person, but I've never seen a P1 GTR, and the P1 looks stunning. It looks like if it's in your rear view mirror, it's going to scare you. But the P1 GTR is like a whole nother level of crazy because it's like a track car for the road, because they made road legal P1 GTRs. But when it comes to this, Ford is releasing a Ford GT competition package. Now, this competition package is said to do a couple of things. Number one, obviously, whenever you want to go faster, you get less weight. Whenever you want to have better performance, you get less weight. So you add in more carbon fiber. That's obviously what they were doing when it comes to the center console and a lot of the interior stuff, the door sills and things like that. The center console, door sills, paddle shifters, everything's really exposed carbon fiber. The paddle shifters, they actually colored red, which is quite interesting, and I don't know if I like it too much, but to each his own, I guess. And then instead of having an optional set of carbon fiber rims, they added on it's a factory set of carbon fiber rims, just like were featured in the Ford Mustang Shelby GT 350R. These rims, though, are a little bit different. They look a little bit different, but they're still the same sort of deal. Now, when it comes to performance stats, we don't know very much about it. It just got released, but we do know a couple things when it comes to how they're releasing them. Obviously, the Ford GT process this time around was fairly hard to get through. A lot of people that deserve Ford GTs didn't get the Ford GT, and then there's these random Minecraft YouTubers that did get the Ford GT, which is completely stupid. But that's just my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions too. But anyways, obviously this is going to be a little bit more focused to a different sort of people, and it's going to be a lot more elite, I guess you could say. It's going to be really crazy in my opinion, and I can't wait to see the first ones land here in the US, because I'm sorry Europe, I'm sorry everywhere else in the world, once again, just like the BMW M2, that's more track focused, they're doing the same thing with this competition series of the Ford GT. It's only a US version, which I'm so sorry. I know, Shmi, you want one of those so bad, but I'm so sorry, man. So obviously it's only being released in the US. So anyways, on that note, I'm sorry I wasn't able to provide you guys very much information when it comes to the statistics of it. They did do the weight reduction, and that's what we know of. But I'm sorry about that, guys. I just want you guys to give a thumbs up on this video, comment what you guys think, answer the survey above if you would get one. I 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 would get every car that I talk about, unless it's like a lemon. I probably would get a lemon too, because America. But anyways, comment down below, give it to our social media accounts, or answer the survey. And have a great day, guys.